lifted his leg like he was peeing every time he got hit. He threw punches like a drunk bird dipping into water. And somehow, he almost won the fight. This is the craziest fighting style in boxing history. Picture this. Two amateur fighters step into a rough and rowdy ring. Thousands watching. Money on the line. One guy looks like a normal boxer. Standard stance. Proper form. Hands up. Nothing special. The other one, his name is the Maniac. And within seconds of the first bell, everyone watching knew something was very, very wrong. The bell rings. The Maniac charges forward. And that's when the commentators completely lose their minds. What are these punches? He looks like a maniac. No one fights like that. He could murder somebody. See, the Maniac doesn't throw punches. Not really. He throws slaps. Wide, looping sidearm slaps that look like he's trying to swat a fly off his opponent's face while simultaneously having a stroke.
You're like, hey, throw this football. He doesn't know how to throw it.
Talk about changing around. He stunned the other guy. Now he's getting beat up.
That's B-Ron, Byron Jimenez.
Can we get that knockdown, that first knockdown on replay? That was a clean shot.
Oh, what?
Oof. I guess a little bit slappy, which would.
You know what? I'm a lot better whenever we're winning. You know, I'm a lot better as a winner. I suck as a loser.
The Maniac comes out.
Yeah, what is this song here, Dave?
The Maniac absolutely picks his leg up like he's peeing when he's in trouble.
Yeah, he's a maniac.
But here's the crazy part. The Maniac was winning. His opponent, a guy named Byron who actually knew how to box, couldn't figure out what the hell was happening. How do you prepare for someone who fights like a malfunctioning robot having a seizure? You can't. There's no tape to study. There's no pattern to recognize. Every time the Maniac connected with one of those bizarre slaps, the crowd went insane. Not because they were powerful shots. They weren't. His punching motion was so bad that the shots weren't even landing clean. But they were landing. The commentators started doing the math out loud. The Maniac might be the strongest puncher in the world because he's doing all this damage by slapping. Could you imagine if he actually knew how to punch? What would happen? This human windmill kept swinging. His form was so catastrophically bad that it became completely unpredictable. His technique was so fundamentally wrong that it became impossible to read.
Oh, it's just sort of jab out of nowhere. Those things haven't happened a lot.
Oh shit, a pitch slap right there to the neck. How can you slap? Oh, but he's on the offensive now.
One that's working for him.
He does look like one of those.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
You're spot on. Spot on.
The rooster's tired.
He just got to get there. He just got to get to the bell.
They're both tired. I mean, they're both gassed. You gotta give that to the Maniac, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
He controlled the whole fight, even though he was dead at the end.
Fascinating cat.
And his eyes. One commentator looked at him and said, "Look at those eyes. You do not want to look that guy in the eyes. I'm legitimately afraid of the Maniac." Another one compared him to that scene from Billy Madison, the guy who gets an apology call and crosses someone off his list before showing up at the end with a gun. That's the energy the Maniac was giving off. By the middle of the fight, both guys were completely gassed, exhausted, barely able to lift their arms, but the Maniac kept coming. That drinking bird posture, that sidearm slapping motion, that leg lift every single time he got tagged. It was like watching someone who learned to fight from a broken VHS tape of a boxing match played backwards underwater. The commentators were genuinely fascinated. I would love to just sit in a room with him and pick his brain. How does this happen? Where does this style come from? Then came the post-fight interview. The Maniac had just lost a controversial split decision that even the commentators called a robbery. He was breathing heavy, mouthpiece still in, those wild eyes still darting around. The interviewer asked the question everyone wanted answered. You have an unorthodox fighting style. Did you come up slap boxing? The Maniac nodded slowly. Yeah, pretty much. Who taught you how to fight? And here's where it gets legendary. The Maniac looked dead into the camera and said 3 words that explained everything and nothing at the same time. Did it myself. That's it. No training, no coaches, no gym, no YouTube tutorials. Just pure, unfiltered, self-taught chaos walking into a boxing ring. Throughout boxing history, we've seen plenty of unorthodox styles. Prince Nassim Hamed with his hands down and flashy movement. Emmanuel Augustus with his drunken master technique. Roy Jones Jr. with his supernatural reflexes and hand speed. But none of them, none, compared to the Maniac. Because those fighters broke the rules on purpose. They understood the fundamentals and consciously chose to ignore them for strategic advantage. The Maniac? He never learned the rules in the first place. He created something so broken, so fundamentally wrong, that it actually worked. His slaps landed because nobody could predict where they were coming from. His posture confused opponents because it made absolutely no tactical sense. He was impossible to prepare for because there was nothing to prepare for. Think about that. In a sport where people spend years perfecting their jab, their footwork, their head movement, this guy walked in throwing haymakers like he was fighting off a swarm of angry bees and almost won. The judges gave it to the other guy, but everyone watching knew the truth. The Maniac had done something no trained boxer could ever do. He made everyone forget what boxing was supposed to look like. And somewhere out there right now, he's probably still training, still slapping, still lifting that leg, still doing it himself. The question isn't whether we'll see the Maniac again. The question is, what happens when he actually learns to punch?